it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hey, for the first time, why don't you subscribe? Become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. Here I review products you won't feel guilty buying and do looks you can actually recreate at home. Today I am finally back on the bright and bold eyeshadow wagon because, you know, the warmer weather is kind of getting me in that mood for summer and just those kind of neon looks that I love wearing this time of year. So today I am using the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. This is such an awesome and affordable bright color eyeshadow palette. We've got pretty much every spectrum of the rainbow and a really good balance between mattes and shimmers. So this is what I'm gonna be using on my eyes today, as well as one of their new Take Me Back to Brazil glitters. Super bright and happy look today. I always feel a little bit uplifted when I'm wearing bright shades. It's not very difficult to recreate, and we're using all drugstore or budget-friendly products to do it. So if you wanna know how to get this look, just keep watching. Alright, so I'm starting out with the AOA Perfect Eyeshadow Primer. This is $1 on shopmissa.com. All the links to everything that I use will be down below, but yeah, I've been using this a lot lately because it does the job and it's so affordable. Alright, as I said in the intro, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. What a gorgeous rainbow palette and super affordable, big range of mattes and shimmers, just a really, really good all-encompassing bright color palette. So right now I'm just going to put on a little bit of a brow bone highlight. Now there are two kind of bigger highlight shades at the bottom of this palette. One leans a little bit more goldy champagne and the other has almost a green yellow undertone, and that's gonna be the one that I put under my brow bone. Next I'm going into this hot pink. It is the second color on the first row, and I'm gonna be placing that in my crease. So I'm just sweeping that gently throughout my crease, and I'm gonna build up the color as well. I am pretty impressed with the pigmentation you can get from these shades. They are a very good quality and they blend out really nicely. I mean, that's kind of what I find with most BH Cosmetics shadows, but I think this might be the brightest BH palette that I've ever owned. And don't worry about anything happening on the lid because we are gonna be doing a cut crease halo eye. So that's where we're at so far. Now I'm gonna go into this pale orange. It's almost like a melon orange. And using my AOA Studio E136 brush, it is kind of a tapered, smaller blending brush. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that just to the border, the upper border of that pink that we just applied. So the goal here is to get that really seamless transition from the pink to the orange shade for a nice gradient. And it's really not all that hard. Like I said, these shadows blend together super easily. And I am keeping that outer corner shape a little bit flared out. So that's about where we want to be. All right, so now I'm going into this deeper pink. It's kind of a deeper fuchsia shade, still very bright. It's the one right under the pink we used in our crease, and that is gonna be going on the lid in the inner and outer corner. I am going to keep the middle section bare since we're going to be cutting it there anyway. I don't want to make the concealer work harder than it needs to. So just kind of patting this and building it up in the outer corner as well as the inner corner. And then just kind of lightly pulling that color up into the crease. It's not really a big contrast with those two pinks, so that'll blend pretty easily. And I'm also going to take this pink and just lightly brush that on the outer corner of my lower lid, or lower lash line, and the inner corner of the lower lash line. This is kind of a big brush to be doing this with, but we're working with it. All right, so let's create the halo eye cut crease now. So I have been using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. It's a little bit too dry for me to use like on my blemishes, so I've been using it as a cut crease concealer. Working out pretty well like that. So, gonna load that up on a little concealer brush, starting in the middle of the lid. Now I do wanna go a little wider than the end result, which you can see on this eye, because that'll give me room to blend. So don't worry if it starts to look kind of wide, since we'll be overlapping some shades later on. So I'm just working my way up, kind of building a column of concealer. And once you get to the top, we're gonna create that cut crease. So right above your natural crease, we make a new one. So just like that, and you wanna make sure that when your eyes are open, you can see where you've just put that concealer. It doesn't get lost in your crease. So that's about where we wanna be now. The top cut of the crease is just a little bit wider than the rest of the column, but in general, the entire thing is going to be kind of thinned out once we start layering those shades. So now I'm just gonna give it a second, let the concealer set, so that way it doesn't turn out patchy because there are wet spots. Now let's add the yellow. I'm actually very impressed with how well their matte yellow shows up on the skin, because I feel like matte yellow is one of the hardest shades to get in a bright palette. A lot of times it goes on chalky or translucent, but no, this one's pretty good. So I'm gonna use the one right here smack dab in the middle. There are two yellows in this palette. One leans a little warmer than the other. We're gonna use the one that's more of a bright yellow. So just loading that up on a flat brush and then dotting it or patting it right over the concealer. And we're bringing it all the way up to the tippy top, right up against that cut. And you definitely want to focus on the middle as you are building up the color, since we're going to be blending the edges out anyway. Oh my God, my cat just jumped on my lap as I'm doing my makeup. All right, here's where we're at now. So I want to obviously make this not look so pink, yellow, pink. We're gonna go ahead and blend the edges out. So I am just picking up that lid color that we used earlier, the darker bright fuchsia, and same brush, I'm just gonna load it up and pat at the edges of that yellow and pull outward to help blend. Now, obviously we don't want to completely obliterate this cut crease up at the top, so not gonna focus there as much. Just focus on those lower edges. And this is probably gonna be the hardest part as far as blending wise, because we did put down that concealer, which can kind of bring the shadow forward, and it does create a little bit of that line of demarcation. So just work with it, be patient, and you will get a better blend. All right, so this is where we are at now. So you can see that it's definitely more of a blend. It's not as much of a color block situation. So now I'm gonna use that highlight shade again, the one that leans a little bit green, and I'm going to wet my brush. You can use whatever fixing spray that you have on hand. The one that I've been using is the Rimmel Stay Matte Fix and Go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my brush with a little bit of this and avoid the cat that's on my lap. Oh, sorry, he got a little wet. Meow. This man is on my lap. Hello, Beyonce, say hello. I love you. Okay, go back to sleep. All right, so dipping into that highlight shade. So we're placing that right in the middle of that yellow, going all the way up to the top. This is gonna give this more dimension. Oh, I forgot, I wanted to put yellow on my lower lash line. Let me just do that real quick. Right in the middle, to basically mirror what you have on the lid. So now this is what it looks like after we've added that highlight shade. It just brings the middle more forward, makes it look a little bit more bright. But you know, we can't leave it there. We got to take it up one more notch. So as part of the Take Me Back to Brazil collection that BH is currently promoting, they put out new glitter collection glitters. This one is in the shade Lemon, and it is this really beautiful yellow, kind of with a lime shift. So we're gonna be putting this again, just straight up the middle as well as the middle of the lower lash line. I don't have any glitter glue or primer from BH Cosmetics, so the one I'm gonna be using is the NYX Glitter Primer. So basically, going to put a little bit of the glitter primer straight onto the brush. Ooh, it Going to dip into the glitter cap that I've put glitter in, and I'm gonna go ahead and pat that in the middle of the yellow. I'm just kind of going up the middle there, creating a new column of dimension. Now when I get to the very top, I want to run glitter along the cut crease. So I'm just gonna sweep that right along the edge. And now pat some on the lower lash line right in the middle over the yellow. Next, I'm gonna tight line using the Neutrogena Gel Eyeliner, one of my new favorite tight liners. It's just such an intense black and it lasts all day and it glides really easy in the waterline. And now adding winged liner with, of course, my trusty NYX Matte Liquid Liner. Now, adding liquid liner over that glitter in the middle can be a little difficult, so if you need to, just like with your pinky finger, you can kind of scrape a little bit of that glitter off very close to your lash line, so that way the liner goes over it more smoothly. For this look, I am gonna be putting on lashes, as if you couldn't tell from this side. I'm using the e.l.f. Winged and Bold Luxe Lash Kit. So this is the packaging. Here's what the lash looks like, and I did have to trim it to fit my eye. Actually quite a lot, but I love this lash kit. I don't know where it's been all my life, but the lashes are just so fluttery and natural looking, but they definitely add some drama. Using my Duo brush on adhesive, one of the easiest glues that I've been using. I don't even really use the tube kind anymore because I always over applied when I used the tube kind. This is just a really easy and controlled way to add glue to your lashes. A lot more control over how much glue you're putting on, no big globs. Okay, let that glue get tacky before you put it on your lid, and while it is getting tacky, I'm just gonna quickly curl my lashes. And I might also just slap on a very thin layer of mascara so that way the lashes have something to stick to. This is the AOA Studio Fat Lash Mascara from Shop Miss A. And just kind of comb that through lightly. Obviously we don't want to put too much mascara on, but this will help your lashes blend with the falsies. All right, so I can see some of the glue becoming more transparent, more than white, which means it's ready to put on. Gonna line that up and silently put this on because I need to focus. There we go, on the lash line, not the lashes. I just go ahead and press my lashes in with the falsies. Make sure there are no gaps that could clock me. So while that glue is setting, I'm gonna throw some mascara on my bottom lash line. I think it's been a hot second since I've done something a little bit more bright, so this is nice. Ooh, I don't have lipstick on. Okay, so I am adding some color to my lips, but it's gonna be on the sheerer side. I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Balm, I think it's called, in Guava Mama. So this is SPF 15. It's just a really nice wash of color, but super hydrating, and obviously it does provide that protection to your lips for the summer. So let's put this on. I think it's supposed to be a little bit of a corally orange. Yeah, oh, this stuff feels so good on my lips. My lips are so chapped. How did that happen? I like that. That's a really nice color combo. So this is the finished look. Okay, let me take this out. Let me brush my hair. Let me give you some final look vibes. I am so stoked with how this look came out. It literally looks exactly how I visioned it in my head. Definitely giving me brighter spring vibes, moving into summer vibes. Yeah, I just love this color combination. If you enjoyed this tutorial and want to see more bright and bold tutorials this season, hit the thumbs up button and leave in the comments below your favorite bright color eyeshadow palette. I'm very curious whether or not it's drugstore or high-end. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. If you've done all those things, then high five, double high five. But have you hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live? Engage with this video in any way and make sure my face stays on your subscription page. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!